welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited as always because you can tell by the title of this video that we're going to be using all brands that start with the first letter of my first name, and I am super excited to get into all the products because I have not tried any of the products that I will be using today, so that is super exciting. If you're new around here, welcome. My name is Jackie. I'm glad that you're here, and I hope that you'll join us here on my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video, or as often as you like to be reminded about my videos. My videos are here for whenever you guys want to come back and watch them. Okay guys, so let's get into the video. Okay you guys, so I went ahead and I zoomed you in just a little bit. In the end, I will zoom it in so you can see more detail, but right now I feel like that way you can see everything that's going on here. Before I get started, please excuse the allergies, like I don't know what's going on. I feel like I sound sick. I'm not. So the first product we have is this j.cat All About That Base eyeshadow primer. I have never tried it and I'm super excited to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the lid, put it on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to apply with my fingers. Also, I quickly do want to mention that I don't know why I didn't think of brushes or anything. If I'm being honest, I don't think any of the brands that we're using today had brushes, but I didn't like look. Okay guys, so I got that on. So far, feels nice. There's still a little bit of tackiness, but it's still drying down. I will say that normally I like a thicker base, but I mean, I don't mind it. It feels nice. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels super lightweight. While we're letting that set, let me go ahead and show you the next item. So the next item we are trying is this Juvia's Place The Tribe eyeshadow palette, and you guys, it is so cute. I don't even know exactly what I want to do because I want to use all these colors, but I don't want to get too crazy because I actually have to go somewhere today. But I absolutely love the packaging. It's super simple. Again, one of those nice and like hefty packaging. It's not gonna like bend easily or anything like that, but it's not heavy. And I like personally just like the magnetic situation. There is no mirror inside, but that's not a big deal for me. Okay guys, so I think we're gonna go kind of halo-y. I will go ahead and pop the eyeshadow colors up on the screen for you guys, but going in with the first shade, I feel like there was not really much fallout, but plenty got on my brush. So I'm just using this shade to apply it all over as my transition shade. I don't need it to be super bright. This is just basically going to help the rest of the shadows blend. And I like to apply kind of in circular motions and windshield wiper motions all at the same time. And I think I'm gonna go in with the halo, so I am gonna bring it down just a little bit on the outer and inner corners. And I can bring it up pretty high because I have a lot of eyelid space. I mean, it's makeup, do whatever you want to do. But if you have smaller eyelid space, you're just going to want to keep it down a little bit lower. That'll be more flattering. But again, it is makeup. Do whatever you'd like. To apply that, I did use this Morphe M504. It's a nice fluffy brush. Gets the product dispersed really nicely, but not super heavy and pigmented. So that's why I love that brush for pretty much a lot of my transitions. So going into the next shade, I'm going to take a fluffy brush, but it's a little fluffy brush. It is a tiny bit more dense. Can I just quickly say, there is not a lot of fallout from these shadows. Like, I kind of like that. So we're going to start applying this shade right on the outer corner. And I kind of stamp it on here and then start blending. And then slowly bring it up so it starts blending into the transition shade. And it should be a pretty easy transition. You just want to make sure that every shadow you're applying, you're blending it to your liking. That way the next shade has an easier time blending. If you feel the need to help that blend a little better, just take your original brush. You don't need extra product, and just come in here, help it blend. And you want to make sure that when you're blending, you're not putting too much pressure, because you don't want to like make the blend muddy, and the more pressure you're pushing, the like rougher you're like blending the shadow. You just want to keep it nice and light and feathery. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this shade in quite a bit, just leaving a tiny bit of the center untouched, because now I want to go in and deepen up just the outer corners just a tiny bit. I just want a little more definition. Just taking another little brush, just so you see the size comparison of these brushes. So size of the brushes can help you out a lot. So I'm basically kind of dabbing it the closest to the waterline and then slowly blending it up. I just want a little bit of depth. I don't want anything too crazy. And honestly, I'm kind of just feathering it out. At this point, I don't have like a super intense blending motion going. And then the same thing on the inner corner. And so far I have a brush for every color because, well, I'm going to do the other side right now, but also because I do want to keep the individual colors. It's not all going to blend together. That's just for this look, but there is definitely times that I use the same brush to blend all the colors that I'm applying, maybe 2 brushes tops. So really it is based on each look. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the middle shade with a flat brush. This is just a flat brush, and to apply with this one, it's better to just kind of like press and swipe a little bit. You want to move in little sections instead of doing like, you know, a full swipe. So I just loaded my brush. I didn't tap off any excess. That is another reason why I don't like to do my face makeup first. But if you're brave, go for it. And then I kind of just tap out this shade. I don't want to have like a super cut crease look, but at the same time I kind of do, if that makes any sense at all. Okay guys, and that is it. You just want to make sure that everything is nice and blended. You go back and forth, just until you get the blend that you like. I know that sometimes it looks like, you know, people just work with one color and then when they're done, they're done. No, they go back in there, they touch it up, they fix it around. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do the other side the exact same way, and then I will be back so we can do the face makeup. Okay guys, so now moving on to the skin, we're going to go in with primer. Let me go ahead and show you which one we got. I have this j.cat mattifying face primer, and I'm kind of excited to try it because it was pretty inexpensive. I am hoping that it is going to actually mattify me. Oh, it's like a clear gel, and we're not going to overdo it. So I kind of rubbed it on my hand and then lightly tapped it. I didn't go right in. I'm pretty sure this is not gonna like control my oils from my nose. You guys know I have issues with that. But I'm just putting it on most of my face. You guys know this is normally how I put on primer. I don't literally put it on every part of my face. So while we let that set, we're gonna go ahead and open up this Juvia's Place I Am Magic matte foundation. I did get mine in the shade Giza 540. Let me go ahead and show you the packaging. Okay, so this is the packaging right here, and I've never used a foundation in like a little tube like this, so we'll see, but I know that a lot of people really like it. I also went ahead and I picked up a bronzer. Well, this is technically a foundation stick, but I'm going to use it as bronzer. So we're also going to be applying this right now as well. So this is what the shade stick looks like, and then you just open it up, twist it up. I hope this color will be able to bronze me a little bit, but we shall see. So I'm going to try to just shake it up in here a little bit. I do want to say I don't remember if they have like a shade matching situation, but I think they did. And I think that's how I got my shade, picked out my shade. I'm just going to apply it with the sponge that I already know that I love. putting it in the back of my hand. Ooh, I feel like it is possibly a little light. We shall see. So I'm just putting that much, and then we're gonna start working with it, and then we will see. The primer should have set by now. Oh, this looks so light. Okay, hopefully we can fix it with our bronzer and setting powder. So I will say, so far it is looking nice and smooth, even though it's clearly not my shade. It feels very lightweight, and honestly, when I first put it on here, it looked, I mean, I feel like it looks really thick. Okay guys, I took out my mirror so I could see it a little closer, and it definitely makes the skin look nice and smooth, very even. I had plenty of product left over here. I used about half of the little squirt I did, so definitely goes a long way. I will say, if you do have a lot of texture on your skin, or if you are really like dry skin, I don't think you'll like this foundation, because I could see it being, I don't know, like too dry looking on dry skin. I feel like even for my forehead that's having issues right now, it is going into the lines a little bit and kind of exaggerating the lines just a tiny bit. So just keep that in mind if you are interested. If you have tried it, let me know down below. What do you think? So we're gonna go in with the foundation stick now, and we're gonna try to like bronze this up just a little. Contour, whatever you want to call it. I will say the foundation stick fills really nicely as well. It goes on nice and creamy, but as you blend it, it definitely kind of like sinks into the skin nicely, not like into your cracks and stuff. So moving on to powder, I have the j.cat Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder. It looks like this. I am hoping that I got the correct shade. If I remember correctly, I think even this one I did the shade match because I got it on Sephora. The packaging to this feels so nice. I will say it was pretty pricey. I'm sure I already popped it up there. So it is a little bit more on the pricey side, but I don't know. This is the best that I could do because there wasn't that many brands, you guys. And I'm kind of trying to stay away from my eyes because I have not put concealer on. The only reason that I wanted to kind of set that a little bit is to make sure that that darkness of the stick foundation was going to be able to stick and not move. Okay guys, so moving on to concealer, we are going to go into the j.cat Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer, and I got the shade Creme Brulee, and I believe when you do the shade match, it matches your concealer as well, but I could be wrong, you guys. I ordered this stuff again back in April. So I'm just gonna pop it on my under eye, and then we're gonna blend carefully. And for translucent powder to set this, I went ahead and I picked up the Jeffree Star translucent powder, and I actually have not tried any of his powders. I've been trying to get my hands on them, but they're always out of stock, honestly. And I appreciate that he has a nice long tab for those of us that wear nails. So I'm just letting a little bit come out, checking my concealer. And before I set this, I do just want to say it's a nice concealer. It is not heavy at all, but I don't know if it's as covering as my favorite concealer, but I mean, it's definitely covering things. So I'm going in here and I'm just tapping. Oh my god. This smells so good. It smells like, I don't know, like cotton candy. And I know that a lot of things that smell like cotton candy smell like super artificial and weird, but this does not. It's just like a hue of cotton candy. So now I'm just gonna take my Jouer powder again, and I'm gonna go ahead and feather and kind of blend that a little bit without overdoing it. Okay, you guys, so I don't know how it's looking on your side, but I think I was kind of sort of able to fix it a little bit. Mostly, maybe not, I don't know. Moving on, I picked up this Juvia's Place, the Saharan Blush Volume 2. It is the blush palette, and the shades are gorgeous. I love that all these, even though there's some lighter ones, they still have a little bit of depth. I personally love that. From just looking at the pans, you have 4 mattes, and then the 2 shades in the shimmer are like a baked blush. They are super beautiful colors, honestly. So for this look, I think I'm gonna go in with a tiny bit of Lena, a hint of Tao, and then a tiny bit of Yara. Sorry, you guys, I like to mix my blushes. And just to top it off, I'm gonna go into a little bit of Zoba, hopefully I'm saying that right, and just lightly feather that. I'm not putting a lot, just a little. Moving on to highlight. So I did forget that my highlight is one that I already had. If I'm being honest, I thought I bought a highlight, but I think I'm wrong because I just looked for it everywhere. But we're gonna go in with the Jeffree Star Peppermint Frost Skin Frost palette, I believe is what it's called. Yes, longest name of life. We're gonna go into a little bit of chocolate ice and a little bit of Igloo Gold. So just mixing those 2 shades and popping it up right here. I actually really love this palette, you guys. I know it was limited edition, there was like drama with it, but it is a gorgeous palette, honestly. Okay, you guys, so now that I have that on, I'm ready to set my face, and I'm just gonna use this j.cat makeup setting spray, and I did get the cucumber scent. I almost said flavor. Oh my god, this is not to be eaten. Let me just get this started here off to the side. And I'm gonna shake it up a little bit more. Okay, so while that is drying, I will say this has like a very familiar smell. Like, I want to say it smells like those roll-on lip glosses a little bit, but not the cherry ones. The ones that have like little flowers in them. I don't know, have you guys tried this? If you have, let me know, what does that smell? But I think it's that. I think it's those little roll-on glosses that have the little flowers. It smells just like that. A little weird, but it smells like that. Moving on, we have this j.cat's Brow List, and it is a kit. I think it has like brow gel and like a spoolie and stuff like that. If I can get this open here. We have this j.cat Brow List Style Your Brow Gel Set, and it comes with 2 shades and a brush. It has a spoolie on this end and then the little brush applicator on that end, and we're gonna give this a try, see how well it works. I am honestly kind of nervous because I don't know, I've never tried anything like this. So it has instructions in the back. Basically, you are to comb out your brows. So then you open up your little container here. I got the lighter shade just because you guys know that I don't go crazy with my brows. And I'm sorry if my mirror gets in the way a little bit here. But basically you take, the angled side is kind of thick, you guys, so that makes me nervous here. It's supposed to be brow gel, but you're supposed to kind of like draw your brows on. And it says to start off here at the arch for a more natural look. and kind of like start wisping it. So this is gonna be way too light for me. Let me comb it out and let me get the darker shade here. That is like a real chocolate brown. And my hair is a little darker, but this one almost looks black. Okay, so I grabbed a tiny bit. And then let's try it with this. I'm totally nervous. This brush is like way too thick. I'm just gonna kind of do my shape here a little bit on the outer. Comb it out a little bit. I'm just, forget the rules, I'm doing my own thing. This is like really dark and really thick. You guys know that I don't like to draw on my eyebrows. It's supposed to be brow gel, so I don't know what the heck is going on here. And I feel like it's almost hard to draw like brow hairs because it's so thick. We're gonna give it a go here. If I would have known, I would have done this first. Okay, you guys, so I'm sitting here talking to myself, didn't realize that I didn't hit record, but just on the bottom lash line, I went ahead and with this color, and then put this color on the outer, just on the outer eye, not on the outer and inner. And then I popped a little bit of the orange down at the bottom, just to bring a little bit of warmth down to the bottom as well. And I'm just gonna pop on my inner corner highlight, and I'm gonna go back into this coral shade, and I'm gonna load it up on my brush and just take a little bit of my setting spray, get on in there, and then we're gonna pop that in the center. So that's the same shade I have on my brow bone highlight. I just applied it obviously a lot heavier here. Okay, you guys, so for our last step, we have mascara. I didn't pick up any eyeliner. Again, another product that I thought I did pick up, but I don't see one. I checked my drawers and it's not in here. So we're just gonna go ahead and go right into mascara. And this is the j.cat Fox Fiber Mascara. You guys know that I struggle with finding mascaras that I like, so I'm really hoping that I like this one, because again, I actually have to go out. I'm gonna try to comb out some of this shadow from my lashes a little bit. And this one is supposed to have little fibers in it. Oh my gosh, they look like big fibers. So we're gonna go right in, and then I just like to start at the base and pull up, and I kind of take my time, and I work with just one eye. I don't know how people like bounce back and forth. I can't do that. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and I applied that mascara, let it dry down. I don't like it. I will say that I know that the whole fiber thing is a trend, but you have to be careful because I feel like you can even see it this far away. The little fibers are like very long in this mascara, and you can easily get it in your eyes. And also, I feel like there's too many fibers in here. It dries the mascara like really fast. And honestly, I can't even lie to you guys, for the bottom lashes, I did not use that mascara. I used my Maybelline mascara just for the bottom lashes. But yeah, there was no way I was gonna trust it. The fibers are just way too long. Okay, you guys, so moving to our last official step, I completely forgot about the lips. I'm going in with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Androgyny Liquid Lip and the Celebrity Skin Liquid Lip. I'm just gonna kind of apply the darker one first, Androgyny. That way it can kind of work as like my lip liner, and then blend in a little bit of Celebrity Skin in the center. Because I didn't have a lip liner. Okay guys, so here is what my face is looking like, my forehead and all, and you can see the mascara, how dry it got so quickly. Like I didn't even get to build really anything at all. I do not like that. Also, my lip situation with that foundation kind of fixed itself, not completely, but a lot, with the setting spray. And honestly, I'm kind of proud of this primer. I feel like it's not going to hold me in all day with the oils of my nose, but so far, it's doing just fine. Also, maybe up close you can now see what I'm talking about, the eyebrow shade colors, how one looks lighter than the other. No idea why. No idea why. Okay guys, so you guys got to see my full skin situation and see how everything looks up close. If you have tried any of these products, let me know down below what your opinion is. If there's any other videos or challenges you'd like me to try, let me know down below. And also, for those of you that wanted a little bit more detail with the eyeshadow, I hope that this eyeshadow application was nicely detailed for you guys. I'm going to do my best to always include what you guys want in the video, if that makes sense. But for now, you guys, have a great rest of your day or night, wherever it is that you are, and I will see you guys in my next one. Adios!